I'm going to be talking to... Hi, Carter. Carter. Hi. Carter. Don't turn that off. Turn it off. He chooses to do that while I'm recording. Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the fears and challenges of being a single mom. A lot of people have been asking me just a lot of questions, so I just thought I'd share this video with you guys and share some of my fears and the challenges I face being a single mom. So let's see, where do I start? My son's father and I didn't work out during my pregnancy because he made certain choices that kept him away from us. I guess he had a different idea of what he wanted for his life, and it just didn't include me and Carter. So therefore, I've been Carter, what do you want? Come here. You threw all your toys on the floor, baby. You want to go play with them on the floor? Go ahead. So my son's So, I've been a single mom to my beautiful baby boy, Ashton. Carter, say hi. Are you going to say hi to the camera? Hi. Okay, he's ready to get up now. He's 16 months, so I've been single the whole time he's been born, and including my pregnancy too. Ashton is the reason that I wake up every morning, but he's also the reason why I want to yank my hair out at the end of the day. I love my son more than I ever thought was possible. You know, when I did get pregnant, I'd never imagined that I'd be going down the road of being a single mom. One of the biggest challenges I've struggled with as a single mom is fear. You know, when you become a single mom, it feels like your life just turns upside down. And it kind of feels like fear becomes so much a part of your life. It's like you're breathing. Sometimes fear just grips onto me so tight that I freak out. I get anxiety attacks, panic attacks. It's really overwhelming. For me, each new day is a challenge. And if I let fear take control of me, it will. I can get my mind so worked up just thinking about everything, thinking about life, where I'm at, where I want to be, where I need to be. And honestly, life's not that way. You just have to take life a day at a time. The fear of not being able to provide for my son or pay my bills has caused me sleepless nights. I feel like I'm gasping for air just thinking about the future. It's not just me anymore that I have to worry about. It's Ashton. Ashton comes before me. Now, I just think about the kind of life I want to give Ashton, you know, and I want him to have the best life. I want to provide the best life for him. I want his life to be filled with tons of opportunities. I just fear the future and what it's going to bring me and my son. So my everyday question is, can I support us? Not just today, but forever. There's a lot of moms that get, you know, consistent, substantial child support from their child's father, and, you know, they're lucky. But if you laugh when I say this, then you're probably not one of those moms, and more than likely, you're probably the breadwinner like me. So my everyday question is, can I support us? Not just now, but in the future, forever. There's a lot of moms that get, you know, consistent, substantial child support from their child's father. If you laugh when I say that, then you're probably the breadwinner like me. I know that I'm very blessed and I'm very fortunate. I'm lucky that, you know, I have my talent as a makeup artist. I'm lucky that, you know, before having Ashton, I worked really hard to go to college and to go to grad school and get my master's degree in business, to, you know, get work experience in the corporate world, and also, you know, I had my own clothing company. I'm glad I have all these things to back me up. It makes me feel a little safe. But like, for instance, right now I'm, you know, a freelance makeup artist, and no matter, and I have a great schedule, And I love what I do, and it's great. I do well. But no matter how well I do, it's scary because there's no consistency or security. What I struggle with every day is, do I give up my dreams and do I go back to working for a corporate company, getting a steady paycheck, security, and benefits? It's just something that I deal with every day, and I fear for mine and Ashton's future. Like, I don't know which direction or what steps to take. I don't know what's the right choice, and I just hope that I'm making the right choices for him. So another fear of mine is, I wonder, like, will I fail at being a good mother? Right now I have to be mom and dad to Ashton, and to be honest, I feel like I have a lot of weight on my shoulder. It's so overwhelming and stressful. I look at Ashton and I just think to myself, how can I do this? How can I possibly do this completely alone? What, baby? Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? You want to go outside? Mama. What? Sit right here. Sit right here. No? Want to go on the floor? Okay. Go. Oh, you want to sit up here? Is there more toys in there? What, babe? Celebrate alone. I celebrate alone. The lifetime of our children is filled with so many milestones and accomplishments and achievements, you know, just that make all those memories. While I look forward to celebrating every special moment, you know, just like any other parent, I just hate the fact that I have to do it alone. And it's just always a constant reminder of that person who's missing out on everything. It sucks being the only voice that's cheering for your son when he does something great, and it sucks being the only hand that's clapping for him when, you know, when he achieves something. So the other day, Ashton woke up around 6 in the morning, and when he woke up, I just grabbed him and we snuggled in bed watching his morning shows. Ashton, you know, kept like just babbling away, and he'd look up at me in a serious face like, Mom, like, did you hear that? Do you hear what I'm saying? And I would just look at him and say, yes, babe, yes, babe. And then he'd just go back to looking at the TV, and he you know, he'd start giggling and yelling at the cartoons. And it was just such a beautiful moment. That moment was just perfect. And in that moment, I just caught a glimpse of the little boy that he's becoming. And I wish that his father was there to see it. I guess you could call them the moments of pride. I just wish I had someone to share these moments with. I guess you can call them the moments of pride. Another fear of mine is, will Ashton be affected, you know, being born into a broken home? Ashton is never going to get to experience having both parents in his life. He's never going to get to experience waking up in between mommy and daddy. He's never going to know what that is. You know, on Christmas Day, when he runs under the Christmas tree to open his gifts and looks back, it's never going to be mom and dad he's looking back at. On his birthdays, he's never going to have mom and dad at the same birthday party, you know, with both grandparents there. Our situation is just not set up like that. He's never going to get to experience these things. And I mean, our son is not even going to have like an actual family portrait of the three of us. And honestly, it's sad to me. And I know life happens the way it's supposed to happen, but it's sad. I feel sad for my son, and I really hope that he's not affected by it. So another fear of mine is the day my son says, "Where is my dad?" You know, I don't ever want my son to say, "Does dad love me? What happened to dad?" Or, you know, I don't know what the future is going to be, if his dad's going to be around more or what. But I just don't ever want to I don't want him to have to struggle trying to understand the absence of his father. But I try to see the positive light in it. I mean, I didn't have my real dad around. My real dad was in and out of my life always. He just wasn't a very consistent person. He has other kids and he was the same way. And you know, I didn't have that bond with him, but I was blessed to have my stepdad, and I'm very grateful for him. So I'm really praying to God that he gives me a man that is consistent in my son's life. And so lastly, one of my greatest fears is, am I gonna meet someone who treats Carter good and loves him, you know, as if he were his own? You know, it's scary to think, it's scary getting close to someone, because I'm scared that Ashton will get attached to them. You know, what if I do end up marrying someone and I'm with them for a long time and Ashton gets attached and, you know, we don't work out? That person is not obligated to be in my son's life. No one's obligated to be in my son's life the way his father is. And it's just my fear. I'm so scared for the future when it comes to that. And I just hope that I meet somebody that's a consistent, great role model in his life. I really do. You know, and another thing that I fear is, if Ashton is more involved in his father's life, you know, is the other woman gonna be good for my son? Is that woman gonna be good to Ashton? Is she gonna be jealous that he has a son? Is she gonna treat him good? Is she gonna love my son? It's just scary. They go with their father. You know, it's scary because you don't know what goes on over there. One of the greatest challenges I face with being a single mom is when I feel like people look down on me or are judging me for being a single parent. For instance, I take Ashton to like different classes, and every time I walk in, it's always me and my son. And sometimes I'll bring my mom, but people always go straight to looking at my finger to see if I'm married. And if they can't figure it out, they'll test me out by saying, "Oh, your husband." You know, and I know what people are thinking, and I know they're judging me. And you know, I know a lot of people judge single moms. And I know a lot of people judge me because I chose to continue my pregnancy and raise my beautiful child, you know. I didn't have the option to just walk away. I chose life. I guess it's just cultural ignorance, though, if I really look at it. You know, the way people think, oh, just because she chose to go pro-life and keep the baby, she should be responsible for the baby financially, physically. You know, it doesn't work that way. Two people make a baby. Men just have the option of cashing out on their responsibilities and on their family. They can just walk away and move on with their lives without any stress, without any financial or emotional responsibility. They can just go back to hanging out with their friends, go back to being with their family. They can go back to dating whoever they want. Shoot, they can even get married in a month if they want. But women are always left behind with great responsibility. You know, we don't get to just walk away like that. I don't even think it's really in a lot of women's bloods. But you know, I know there's single dads out there, so I'm just saying, I'm talking about single women right now. But so, you know, women have to give up so much. They have to give up their lifestyle. They probably have like great big changes in their lifestyle, and more than likely not a lot of women have help. I'm blessed to have the help that I do. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that you can judge single women, you can judge me, but you have no idea how much emotional responsibility a woman is left with when she has to raise a child on her own. It's not just having to be there 24/7 and worrying all the time. It's not just the financial stress. It's not just the fact that you're the only one responsible for the upbringing of your child, and every decision you make is going to affect their future. It's hard. And although these are all my fears and challenges I face, you know, I've established a great support system to help me get through. And what more than having my son be my motivation in life to be better and to just provide the best life for him. So I love my son, and I love being a mother. And if I ever had to go back and choose to either be a single mother or not be a mother at all, I would choose being a single mother all over again. And you know, although being a parent and going through this whole parenthood thing alone, just parenthood in general, has a lot of rough patches, and it's really challenging and difficult. Unfortunately for us single parents, you know, we have to go through it alone. Luckily, my son is worth every bit of it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my video. Please make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like the video below. And also, again, if you guys have any suggestions, please make sure you leave them below. Thank you guys. Say bye, Lily. Ashton is knocked out, guys. Sorry he couldn't be here to say goodnight.